Oh, black water, keep on rolling, Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining? Oh, black water, keep on rolling, Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Well, keep on shining in your light. Gonna make everything, yeah, mama, gonna make everything all right. Yeah, happy Father's Day, happy Daddy's Day, happy Papa's Day, happy whatever day. Hi. It's early, I know it. I'm literally just on my second cup of coffee, which is really abnormal. But I've been working on some things for you guys this morning because I'm like, you know what? I got to do my show early. You know why? Because Al and I got to spend some time together today because he's my big papa. No, so I don't call him daddy. I don't. Let me put this over here. I do not call my husband daddy. I know some people do that. That's a thing with some people. They call their partner daddy. I don't do that. I don't do it. I'm not going to. I'm just calling him daddy today because it's Father's Day. That's it. That's the end of it. Not doing it again. Thank you very much. Hi, everybody. How are you? I hope you're having a great weekend. What a crappy dappy weekend weather-wise in Rhode Island. I'm not going to lie. It's been dumb. I can't even describe it. Yesterday, it was raining. It was cold. It was raw. So, by the way, before I move on, hi, everybody. For those of you who don't know, who are new here, my name is Kiki. And, you know, I would really appreciate it if you like music and entertainment news and a fun community to be a part of. Please go ahead, hit the subscribe button down below. Please hit the like button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it doesn't even hurt to hit the like button, I'm telling you. And also, please give a listen to our radio station. That's our online, digitally enhanced radio station called, whoa, hey, there it is, Kiki.fm, free in the App Store. Go ahead, give it a listen. It's so fun. All right, so last night, we broadcast live from Johnson's Pond in Coventry, Rhode Island. Now, Al, God bless the guy, right? Listen, let me take a sip. And I get it. I can say these things now because the broadcast is over. And he's just so funny. He tells me how to act. It's just it's a riot. You know, I'm almost 60 years old and I got daddy over there. This is the only day that's happening. Daddy telling me, you know, be happy, smile. I'm going to do that anyway. You don't need to tell me to be happy, but God bless him. You know, he's just trying to make sure the show's good. So now, mind you, like I said, the weather has been dumb. This is like the 25th week in a row. It has rained on a Saturday. So my buddy Sue and I have had a terrible yard sale season. Terrible. We went to 2 yard sales yesterday. One of them, it was so sad because the husband and wife, so cute, like elderly people. They said they were having this big moving sale and it just was no bueno. But, you know, of course you say hi and everything, you feel bad, but I didn't need anything from their yard sale. So we went to the next one. A bunch of them were canceled because it was spinning rain. And we did find one in a garage. And I got another ring light. I have like 50 of them. Why? I don't know. And I got a solar mushroom stake light. That's all I bought yesterday, which is fine. I spent $10. It's all good. And then we went to the thrift store because why not? And I got a few t-shirt type of things, which made me happy. I like t-shirts. So that's what we did. And I'll tell you about something else that happened too. So last night, totally fun. And I got to tell you, now I know I'm going all over the place here, but I have to go with my thought process or else I'll lose it all. Friday night, what do we do Friday night? I don't know. I don't know what we do. Not much of anything, but I said, let's go I know what I did. I recorded a video and I'm working on that now. I don't know. It'll be out tonight or tomorrow. Fun video. So I did that and I said, I want to go for a ride. I want to go to the Polish festival down the street. I was like, why? I said, because I've always wanted to go to this festival. Listen, this festival, we've been in Coventry, Rhode Island, I don't know, almost 26 years-ish. And I've driven by it so many times when this festival happens, but I've never gone. And there's always been so many cars and, it looks like a fun time. So I said, we're going to go to the Polish festival. And he goes, okay, all right, calm down. It's fine. Should I wear a sweatshirt? I said, yes, you should. And then he gets in the car. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm so hot. I said, you're going to be fine. It's cold out. Like you're just, I don't know what you're doing. You're schwitzing right now. So we go to the Polish festival and God bless the people that run these things. They're just out there having a good time. The food looked so good. I'm, again, with these diet things, right? Trying. Not easy. It's not effing easy. I'm trying though. Anyway, so I wasn't planning on eating anything. Al didn't eat anything, but I mean, the deals you can get on freshly made food at these festivals, these homegrown little tiny festivals, it's pretty amazing. You get a lot of food, $5, so if you want to go for a cheap night out, you got to hit these local festivals. And they had, like a penny social, and I put some tickets in a couple of cans or whatever, and they had games, and it was just really cute. So we did that. And it was closing at 9:00. So we said, okay. I said, I want to go see a band. Al's like, what is gotten into you tonight? I said, I don't know. I don't want to go back home and I want to do something fun. He goes, you're going to be asleep in 30 minutes. And I said, yeah, probably. But there was nothing going on. I mean, this is a sleepy town. Let's be honest about it. It's very sleepy. So like the biggest thing going on is Taco Bell. No joke. I'm not even kidding you. Taco Bell, the line was around the building into the parking lot. I'm like, what are they giving stuff away over there? We didn't go to Taco Bell. However, we did go to Newport Creamery. Do any of you know what Newport Creamery is? It's like a local ice cream shop that their symbol is a cow with green and white stripes, and they've been around for decades. I mean, I used to go when I was a kid. I don't know what year they were started, but they've been around forever. It's a local thing. So we go to Newport Creamery. Now, mind you, I'm like dying because I love ice cream. I like a strawberry sundae with strawberry syrup and whipped cream and Jimmy's. I got nothing. I just sat there. So we went to the booth. It is what it is. I gotta say what happened. I can't lie. I can't sugarcoat things. So Al and I sit down. Now the restaurant was busy. However, there were still some open tables and there was no one sitting at the counter. It was just Al and I. So Al wanted to get a sherbet. He can't really eat a lot of dairy stuff. So he's been getting sherbet and it's fine. It agrees with him. That's great. So the guy comes over. It is what it is. I like I said, I got to call it the way I see it. And he said, what can I get for you guys? Do you want a menu? And I said, no menu. Thank you. He's like, that automatically set him off. I think he was really mad that we didn't want to get a hot dog or something. So I said, no, he's just going to have a sherbet. And Al's like, yeah, I'll have an, he said, what kind of sherbet do you have? And he said, well, just orange. Like the guy was mad that we were just getting a sherbet. And Al goes, okay, well, I'll have an orange sherbet. And the guy's like, well, don't you want anything? I said, no, thank you. I'm all set. And he kind of did an eye roll at me. I'm like, but I'm not hungry. I'm not going to just eat something for the sake of eating it when I'm not hungry. I'm just not going to. And there's no sign saying you can't sit here if you don't purchase a minimum amount of food. So I would think the sherbet is completely doable. And Al and I are just like talking, having fun. We're just laughing or whatever. But the guy was visually disturbed by the fact that I wasn't getting anything. Anyway, he did turn his frown upside down and then, brought Al his sherbet, which I think, like I said, he was making fun of it, but whatever. I could see him talking to the other workers or whatever. And whatever, it is what it is, and that stuff kind of goes up my butt sideways, but I let it go. And then he comes over and says to Al, well, would you like a glass of water? And Al goes, yeah, I would actually. So, he ended up being fine. Our $5.34 tab was what it was. I didn't want anything. And it's not like we were taking up any space from anyone else. No one else sat at that counter while we were there. We were there for a total of like 20 minutes. Al was happy with his sherbet and we had great conversation and it was fine. Don't get mad, Newport Creamery man. It's all good. And I left him a tip. So what do you want? That was our big funky Friday night. And I said, just drive around to see if there's any parties we can crash. Right? Old people trying to crash someone's party. Didn't happen. But do you ever get the urge on a night and you're like, I just want to do something, but I don't know what. And then you feel like you want to be bad and go crash a party? Do you still get those urges? I do. Clearly. So last night we did go to a party. But it was like a working thing, however, but not really because I had so much fun. And we saw the band when we actually broadcast it on Kiki.fm. And Al said, oh my gosh, we had so many listeners, which was great. And then this woman comes just because she heard it on the radio station. She shows up at these people's house because she heard it on the radio station. I'm like, I have nothing to do with that. Hi, how are you? And that was so funny. So the name of the band is Riff Raff. And if you want to look them up on Facebook, they're Riff Raff, the band. And they play classic rock, dance. This is how we do it. Like, it was just fun. So I'm, of course, I'm dancing by myself because that's what I enjoy it. I don't care. So there was my dance. I got my dancing in for the weekend. And they're so fun. Like I said to Al, what a nice group of guys. And they're working constantly. So again, go ahead, look them up. Riff Raff, the band on Facebook. If you want to hire them out. If you're in Rhode Island, give them a jingle. And you can actually watch some of the live videos on my Instagram. And I think Al has some on the Kiki.fm Facebook page. So we're just having a great time. Now, here comes the part where Al's, telling me what to do. So he tells me, okay, you're going to say some things. You're going to interview, the guys in the band or whatever. And, you're going to talk a little bit. Okay. Same thing as what I do usually all the time. And that's fine. He goes, now listen, he's going to get so mad. He's probably cringing right now. Listen, do not talk about the weather. Mind you, it's visibly freezing cold outside. I had on a long sleeve shirt, a sweatshirt, and a denim jacket on top of that. And thank you. I'm so happy I dressed like an Eskimo. I really am, because I would have been miserable if I had tried to look even remotely cute. I wouldn't have been happy. So I'm glad I layered. And Al had on his fleece. Everybody had a coat on. So it was cold out, right? And it was still kind of drizzly for a while. And it's on Johnson's Pond, beautiful Johnson's Pond. They have water back, thank goodness, after, 3 or 4 years without having water. That's another whole issue. You can look that up online. Johnson's Pond dilemma, I would guess. Ridiculous. Anyway, so these poor folks are finally able to go out and enjoy their lives on the pond in their beautiful boats. So we had some people watching and listening. And so I'm sitting there talking on the radio, and I start saying, even though it's cold, because you ever hear of, the elephant in the room? The elephant in the room was the fact that it was cold and it was rainy. Al looks at me with these daggers in his eyes, like, told you not to talk about the weather. You're doing live videos. People can clearly see everyone's dressed like it's 40 degrees outside. It's not a secret. So yeah, I got a raft for that one, but he was fine. He was over it in about 30 seconds. But he just the way he looked at me, like, don't talk about the weather. So I had to quickly I'm like, well, what do I say then? Well, I don't know what to talk. What else do you talk about in Rhode Island but the weather? I think all old people officially talk about the weather only. That's it. It's all we know how to talk about. So anyway, but it was a fun time. Go ahead, check those guys out. Riff Raff, the band from Rhode Island. So much fun. And then yesterday morning, my homemade coffee in my recycled Cumbies cup. Cumberland Farms is the best. Can I just tell you? So now if you go in to Cumberland Farms and you sign up for their mobile app and you put in your mobile number every single time you go and get a coffee or something, I always get a coffee. I make my coffee in the morning and then I go buy one. Why? Because I need caffeine, even though I shouldn't be drinking it, but I am. And so even a refill is like $2.47 now. It used to be 99 cents for everything. It's jumped that much in not even a year. Anyway, fine. It's still fine. So if you put your mobile number in, it comes down to $1.07. $1.07. But what are they going to do when we have no pennies? So I don't really know. Is it going to be $1.10, $1.05 to eliminate the 1 cent? I don't know. Cumbies, let us know. So yeah, I go there and I get that. Sue and I went to, after the disastrous, non-yard sale day yesterday, we go to Market Basket, my fave. And I had to pick up a few things. I had to pick up like my lettuce for the week. I make my salads every day and I still don't lose an inch. I don't lose an ounce. I don't lose anything. I eat so good. And I don't know, someone's really just giving me a hard time in my life right now. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's just, but I try. Anywho, moving on. So we go to Market Basket. We come out and this woman, now again, it's cold. So we're all dressed appropriately for the cold, rainy weather yesterday. And she has on like the short dress, sleeveless dress on. She's holding her cell phone, walking around. She comes up to Sue and I as we're loading the groceries into the back of the car. She goes, "Do you have a couple of bucks? I'm on E." And now I think my hearing's going now along with Al. I don't know if it's because we live together, but I'm like, what? Maybe because I was so stunned. I didn't know what, I couldn't process what she was saying. She goes, "I'm on E. Do you have a couple of bucks?" I'm like, E isn't empty? Yeah, I have no gas in my car. Now, I see a car over there. Not that you can see, but it's over there. And I see a car with lights on. And I'm like, okay. So is our car here in the parking lot of Market Basket? I was confused. I said, "I'm sorry, I don't have any cash," because, you hear about these scams, right? And then somebody can jump out and like take your wallet. If you go and give them some money, you don't know, like, is she going to throw me in my car and take my car? I don't know. We don't know. So Sue's like, "No, we don't have anything." And Sue's all upset. She's like, "No, we don't have any money." And I'm like, it's all right. Just say no. just say no. So then the woman, huffs and puffs, and she goes off to the next person. We hear her. "Do you have a couple of bucks? I'm on E." Person's like, "No, I don't." And she's hopping around. So then now we're curious. So we watch her find her car. Her car is the one, as I'm pointing, the one with the lights on. And it's as if she backed into the spot. Okay? All right. It's tough to back into a spot. Now, my brain is saying, well, if you're on empty, why didn't you try to roll into a gas station right across the street? There's a gas station literally right across the street from Market Basket. So if I were to know that I'm pretty much running on fumes, I wouldn't be pulling into the supermarket parking lot, which is way in the plaza. I would instead drive maybe a few feet further and just take a left and hook it into the gas station and maybe ask people for money there so I could get gas. So it was very odd. So then Detective Sue looks up people asking for gas money scam. It's a thing. It's a real thing. Did you know about this scam? I did not know. So let me go ahead and look it up. Hold the phone a second. I'm holding the phone. Oh, she looked it up. She's like, "Oh my gosh, this is really a thing. It like a nationwide scam now." So But the way she read it to me was so funny. So gas money scam. Let's look it up. I just want you guys to be aware, because you never know. Okay, here we go. Gas money scams involve tricking individuals into parting with cash or gift cards under false pretenses. First of all, I've never had anyone go up to me and ask for a gift card. It's always been for money, not a gift card. One common method is the fake golden ring scam. What's this one? Where a person pretends to be stranded and offers fake jewelry in exchange for gas money. Oh, that's one I didn't know about. Another scam involves pump switching. Oh, we're going down a rabbit hole right now, where a scammer switches gas nozzles to fill their own vehicle while the victim unknowingly pays for it. How is that going to happen without you knowing? I know the gas stations I go to, I would know if someone else's pump was, like, if my pump was going into someone else's car, I think I would see that. Additionally, some scams involve damaging the tap to pay feature on gas pumps, forcing customers to swipe or insert their cards, which can be vulnerable to scammers. Now, I have heard of that one, but what's the people? What's the people one? Because Sue read it to me and it was just kind of funny. People asking for money. Hold on. Gas money scam. Ask for money. Ask for gas money. Asking for gas money scam. I wish I knew what she looked up. Asking for gas money scam. Approaching you. Okay. A gas money scam typically involves someone approaching you, often at a gas station or on the street, claiming to be out of gas and needing money for fuel. Hence this woman in the short sleeve, short dress, which was odd because it was freezing outside. They might offer, here's the fake gold or jewelry. They might offer fake gold jewelry as collateral or claim a sob story about a lost wallet. These situations are often staged and the gold is worthless. Now, I've never had that happen. I've never had people like say, here, I'll give you some gold for some cash. That's not happened. But the approach, scammers approach you often looking distressed. She looked distressed, but you kind of like, in my gut, I felt like she wasn't, and claim they're out of gas and need money to get home. They may have a story about a lost wallet, a sick family member, or other emotional triggers. Anyway, just don't do it. How about that? Before we go down the rabbit hole any further, just don't give strangers money because, first of all, it's hard though too, because I would say some of the people out there really do need the money. They do. And that there are legitimate folks who are desperate for cash. I get that. However, I think a lot of these people, no bueno. I think they're just no good and they're scammers. I do. That's that. All right. Anywho, let's get into our news. We've got, 2 very sad deaths that happened this week. We're going to chat about those right now. I have to clean off my reading glasses because I need them. I can't see. I have to go to a different eye doctor. Lily, nothing's wrong with you. I can't effing see. I've said this every show for the past 3 months. I can't see. I can see, but I can't. I can drive my car fine. And I can see right now, but when it comes to reading, oh my gosh, it's terrible. Terrible. All right, let's go. Okay. Very sad. Sly Stone, Mr. Funk Sly Stone, passed away on Monday, June 9th, 2025, at the age of 82 years old. Sylvester Stewart was born in Denton, Texas, then moved with his family to the Bay Area of San Francisco and started performing gospel in their church at a very early age with his brother and 2 sisters. Sylvester was a child prodigy and had an impressive talent on the guitar, bass, and drums by the time he was only 11 years old. Amazing. Sylvester was a radio DJ for KSOL, played the Beatles and Stones and every other huge artist from that time period, which led him into working with so many greats, including the Righteous Brothers and Dionne Warwick. His band Sly and the Stoners came to be in 1966 and were also known as Sly Brothers and Sisters, but eventually became Sly and the Family Stone. Dance to the Music became their first Billboard hit, peaking at number 8. Then Everyday People, followed by Hot Fun in the Summertime, Dance to the Music, and I Want to Take You Higher. Sadly, drugs took over some members of the band and they disbanded in 1975. Sly went solo after the band breakup, but he never saw the same success as he did with the Family Stone. Funk, soul, R&B, gospel, and psychedelic rock all have a piece of Sly within them and even led to what became what we know as hip-hop. Sly and the Family Stone were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1993. George Clinton of Parliament inducted them, predecessor of funk and all kinds of other music. So rest in peace, Sly Stone, and yeah, blessings to his friends and his family. And another big loss this week. Oh my goodness. You know, they come in threes, they say, but this is 2. Brian Wilson. Brian Wilson, co-founder of the Beach Boys, passed away on Wednesday, June 11th of 2025. Brian was born in Inglewood, California, but eventually his family moved to Hawthorne, California, along with his brothers Dennis and Carl. Brian was a self-taught musician learning by ear and could reproduce a song with amazing precision. I mean, just reading about Brian and his past, incredible. Brian started writing songs when he was 9 and mastered the piano when he was only 12 years old. Before the Beach Boys came to be, Brian, Dennis, and Carl, along with their cousin Mike Love, were the Pendletones. Dennis and Brian co-wrote their first song, Surfin', in 1961. The single was released under the name The Beach Boys at their record label's suggestion, which was a very good call on Candix Records' part. The song peaked at number 75 on Billboard, but then switched to Capitol Records in 1962. And this switch put the Beach Boys on the musical map, releasing huge hits like Wouldn't It Be Nice, Little Deuce Coupe, Good Vibrations, and Surfin' USA. So many more hits, but those are just a few. The Beach Boys were huge, but when the Beatles came onto the scene, this was the beginning of crazy twists and turns that would lead Brian down a path of torment and drug use, among many other complicated things in his life. And as Capitol Records kept pushing the Beach Boys as America's top surfing group, the band was trying to simply break away from that image by changing from their fun striped shirts to matching suits, kind of like what the Beatles did. But that clothing change didn't last long at all. The Beach Boys never officially broke up, but you can say they definitely broke apart. Considered one of the best-selling bands of all time, selling over 100 million records and had 37 hits reach the top 40, Brian either wrote or co-wrote many of those hits. Brian's contribution to the California sound, it's unmatched, no question. He's considered a genius, so despite his demons, he has left this earth with music that defined what we know as all different kinds of musical genres, which are melded together. Cindy said, Brian Wilson hurt as much as Elvis's death for me. Coppertone Tans and Beach Boys were every summer for me in the 60s. R.I.P. Brian, saw the Beach Boys, 3 different concerts, loved them until this day. So again, you know, I'm going to have to take that part of the video out once this is done. So sorry about that. But it was a great speech. You can go and watch it on YouTube. 2 great losses this week in the world of music. It's just, you know, as every week passes by, we don't know what's going to happen next. But at least we have the music to keep us going. At least we have it to listen to forever and ever and ever. Yeah. Moving on to Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart. You know, what is going on with Sir Rod? Rod has had to cancel some shows, and let's see, he said his wife, Penny, has a new career move. Now she's like a huge broadcaster in the UK. And let's see. She has a new career move. She's set to publish her autobiography, Someone Like Me, later this year. And let's see if they talk about it. Okay. Rod said, the light of my life's new memoir. Let's see. No, hi. Some of these articles are written so crazily. The light of my life's new memoir. So that's what he's just showing support of his wife, Penny. And she said that the book means to her. I'm so excited to announce that my new book, Someone Like Me, will be published in September. So if you're interested in her story, she says, writing this book has been a challenge, but it's shown me that we're all going through something, overcoming difficulties and rediscovering parts of ourselves that we might have lost along the way. Life is full of ups and downs. We're all learning as we go, and embracing this process is where growth and healing happens. And she said, join me as I reflect upon my lessons in life, love, and the importance of staying true to yourself through it all. I simply can't wait to share my story with all of you. Available to pre-order now from the link in my bio. And like I said, Rod has had to cancel some shows. Hopefully he's doing okay. But did you know that Rod Stewart has a crazy workout routine? I had no idea what this man, who is 80 years old and looks pretty dang good. Let's see. His workout routine includes swimming underwater with bricks. Now, don't they do that to people that they don't want to come back up? So he's doing that. He does 100-meter sprints. He cycles, he rows, and he does this at least 3 to 4 times a week. And he says it's very important to stay active and remain vital, because how else is he going to do a stage show if he's not active? You know, I mean, there are people out there who are doing shows and it's like, you know, they're not working out. They need to be working out, because it's a lot of work to get up there. I think literally just standing under those bright lights, to be honest, would be hard in itself. So if your body is not up to snuff, you got to be healthy. You got to be healthy. So you got to hand it to Rod that he's doing what he can do to keep it all going. And we'll see. We'll see. We have another sir in the house, actually, and this is from Ultimate Classic Rock. So someone else has been knighted, and that someone else is Roger Daltrey. Roger Daltrey is now a sir, and he was knighted by Prince Charles. Can we skip that, please? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. King Charles III has bestowed the honor of knighthood on the Who singer Roger Daltrey. So he will be Sir Roger after being recognized for his services to music and charity, referring to his patronage of the UK's Teenage Cancer Trust. And he's been overseeing that annual fundraiser since the year 2000. Steve Winwood, 10cc's Graham Goldman, and musical star Elaine Page have also received the honors on King Charles's birthday list. And Roger said, it's a wonderful honor for me and especially for Teenage Cancer Trust. I accept this award not only for myself, but on behalf of all the unsung heroes who have given their energy towards making the Teenage Cancer Trust the success it has become. And he praised the work of his colleagues within the organization, and they've helped provide 28 specialist units in National Health Service hospitals. That's very, very cool. Roger is 81, and he said that he was going to celebrate by drinking a bottle of Plonk. What is Plonk? Let me look that up. What is a bottle of Plonk? I've not heard of Plonk. Plonking. That could be a sport. Let's go plonking. What is Plonk? What is Plonk? Let's see. Plonk. To plonk is to set down heavily or carelessly. Plonk wine. Okay. Alrighty. So there's a plonk wine. It's a term used primarily in Commonwealth English for generally cheap, low-quality wine. I mean, Sir Roger does not have to have plonk. He could have blanc, but he doesn't need plonk, but he's going to have plonk. I mean, if that's what he likes it. Oh, that's funny. In Australia, plonk, packaged and sold in a cask or simply in a bag, is commonly called goon. You're learning something new today, kids, on this Father's Day. You can either have goon or plonk today, whatever your heart desires. So you go for it. There you go. That's how Roger Daltrey is celebrating his knighthood. Good for him. Good for Roger. So yeah, so now we have another Sir on the musical docket, which is pretty great. And hi, Evie, how are you? Tanya, what is going on, girl? Thank you for being here so much. We appreciate it. We appreciate you guys. All right, Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo. Let's go ahead and share this screen. This is from people.com. They're in love, and they've been for a wicked long time. Wicked long time. So what is their secret? Well, they're going to reveal the secrets to their marriage after more than 40 years together. They got married in 1982, and they're still going strong, these two, performing, having fun, all of that cool stuff, the coolness. They've been together for more than 4 decades, and they told People magazine, let's see, who said it? Let's see. I don't know. One of them said it, but they said, a marriage rule? What? You're always right? Yeah, that used to be a thing, but we don't do that anymore, Neil said, as Pat said, but it worked for so long. You got to have fun, right? You got to have fun. They first met in 1979, and, then they got together. They're on stage, they're singing, they're working together, and then, bam, they just fireworks. It just happened. And then they got married in 1982. They have 2 daughters, Haley, who is 40, and Hannah is 31, and they're grandparents to Stevie, Lola, and Cash. So where are the secrets? Oh, okay. They never go to bed angry. You hear that one a lot. I mean, Al and I have really sometimes gone to bed angry. Not really. I mean, when you think back on it, when I think about it, have we really gone to bed angry? I think sometimes, yeah, there's been a few times. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and go, oh my God, we've never gone to bed angry. Of course we have. We're human beings. And, when you have it out. But I think as the years go by, Al and I have been married, 35 years? And to me, there are no secrets. There are no secrets. You just do what you do every day. You try to have fun when you can. You get along, and you just make it work. I think, why am I talking for Pat and Neil? I'm not. I'm talking for me and Al, okay? I'm just jumping in here, is that if you don't like each other, you really shouldn't be together. I'm sure we've all seen family members, grandma, grandpa, whatever. They're together forever and ever, and they can't stand each other. They're just like, listen, I've had enough of you. I don't want to do this anymore. But where are you going to go? I'm just wiping my nose. Where are you going to go at 90? But there are people who've gotten remarried at 90. I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm just telling you right now. That's not in the cards for me. But when you're in your younger years, and if you don't like the person you're with, why are you going to spend your life like that? I like Al. I want to keep Al around. I'm just saying, we'll keep each other. And I think the same goes for me too. I think he likes me, and I think he'll keep me around because, listen, I cook and clean. He might not get that with the next person. That's the whole thing, and I tell him, I say to him, listen, you're lucky I cook. You're lucky I do stuff. There are people who do nothing. I've heard that. And I'm sorry if you're one of those people who do nothing, but I've heard that, listen, like you got, like, I do stuff. And I try to work in the yard when I can, when I have a minute or two. But there's not a lot of minutes or twos. Back to Pat and Neil. Why did I get off on that rant? I don't know, because that's what I do. So let's see. Neil says, we've learned how to be quiet and still be in the same room together and not have to talk to one another. And that, that is a big thing for me. Because sometimes, you feel like because that other person's there, you need to be talking every 30 seconds or every 20 seconds. I just want to sit here sometimes and not say anything, even though I can sit here for 2 hours and just keep talking. But sometimes, when it's just Al and I don't need to. I feel like we don't need to talk every single moment. But then sometimes we just, we just don't stop. So that is a good one, Neil Giraldo. And they also said they're mindful of giving each other space as they spend so much time together personally and professionally. And that to me, that's a huge thing. Like if I say, I want to go out with the girls for the day, I was like, go. Because then he can like sit on his ham radio and, lay down in his underwear on the couch and not have to worry about me going, did you feed the birds yet? Which he hasn't done in days. And I'm like, can you put the suet out and the bird feeder out and fill it? I'll do it, And so he's happy when I'm gone, I think. But then he's happy when I come back because then he gets to eat. I'm so worried, like if I'm not here one time, how's he going to eat? I would have to make meals in advance, put them in the freezer and say, listen, just take one out when you're hungry. Because he can't cook he makes waffles. That's it. He knows how to make waffles in the toaster. That's all he knows how to do. So it's concerning. I wonder if Neil knows how to cook. I wonder if Pat taught him. That could be a thing. But anyway, let's see. Pat said, other than that, I have no idea. I mean, we'll make stuff up if we want because they're together 24/7 and that's about giving each other space. And I guess that's it. And I really agree with things. The whole, not going to bed angry thing. Like I said, I have to say, yeah, we've done it. I'm not gonna say, oh, we never. I think now today we don't do that, but we have. Because we've had some bangers, some banger arguments, but now it's like we really don't even argue anymore. Because what's the point? I mean, things can get heated, and he still always tells me not to yell, even though I'm not yelling because I'm filled with Italian blood. So if my voice gets raised, I'm not yelling. I'm just talking loud. That's it. I'm not yelling at you. But sometimes I am yelling. Let's be real. Hallie said, Kiki, teach Al how to cook. I know. I just think he would forget. I mean, whereas I do cook, he can watch and just learn. It's easy once you get the hang of it. You don't have to measure anything. You just do it by sight and taste. It's fun. I bought some eggplant yesterday. I'm going to make some eggplant parm this week. What else am I making? What's another thing? Oh, I'm going to do some spare ribs. All right, so let me tell you this story before I move on to the next one. So last week, I prepared some beautiful spare ribs. Boneless. So good. I make a mixture. I get, some regular Ray's barbecue sauce. Love the honey, whatever, barbecue sauce by is it Baby Ray? I don't know, Ray's, whatever. And then I add brown sugar. I add some honey. I add salt, pepper, a little bit of chili powder. I doctor it up, right? And I make my own kind of flavored sauce along with the barbecue sauce. I just add to it. And I pre-boiled them. I, cooked them a little bit. And then I said, Al, all you got to do is turn the oven on, 350. That's it. And just, I didn't say watch them. And I guess I should have. Because when I got home, the ribs were this big and they were black. And he sends me a text and he shows me a picture of the ribs and goes, WTF. I'm like, but I'm not there. What do you mean WTF to me? I didn't give them to you like that. They didn't look like that when I originally put them in the oven for you to turn the oven on. So I guess that was my fault for not saying, please check the ribs. Make sure they're okay. If they're starting to look a little burny, take them out. Yeah. But, it's a work in progress, I guess. Yeah. It's a work in progress. He's trying. He's like, I'm sorry. I said, it's fine. I had something else in the freezer. We were able to eat that evening. It was fine. And, even if we weren't, and that's the thing, right? Years ago, I probably would have been really mad about it. Oh my gosh, how could you not look at the ribs? I didn't really care. I mean, I did. I kind of did, because I'm like, I did, take the time to prep them. But then I'm like, in the big picture, who cares? We'll eat something else. It's fine. Just don't do it again. Just don't do it again. I can't. Oh my goodness. Paul McCartney and Bruce Springsteen, they recently did a surprise performance together. Sir Paul, we have another Sir, joined Bruce. I have a feeling he's going to be a Sir too. Don't you? I just feel like the dudes are all being Sirs. What's a girl? What's a girl, Sir? Let me know in the comments, because I don't know. Is she a Duchess? Duchess Anne and Nancy Wilson. They should be knighted. Can girls get knighted? I don't know. It's a good question. So Paul joined Bruce and the E Street Band on stage during the encore singing Can't Buy Me Love in Kansas City. And that was at the Liverpool Institute for Performing Arts earlier in the week. That was on June 7th. That was when the Liverpool show was. And that was, I guess, another time when they joined the stage together. That happened, what? Oh, it says 2022. They performed together at Paul's Glastonbury set, and then previously at Paul's MetLife Stadium show in New Jersey. And during the MetLife show, they played Glory Days, I Want to Be Your Man, and The End. And that's kind of cool. I think it would be fun when they join each other. They do one Beatles song, or Paul McCartney and Wings song. Do a Wings song, for God's sake. And do one Bruce song. Don't just do two of one and none of the other. I just think it's more fun when you mix it up and you do one of each. But it's still cool that there's a surprise visit and performance by these two, great, iconic musicians. So yeah, there we go. And I'm not going to play that video because I don't want to get in trouble. I already have to go and edit this video. Oh my gosh. I'm sweating. I'm schwitzing over here. I got to make sure everything's good. All right. So Kiss. Now, this is a bit of an older story. This is also from people.com. They're going to perform in Vegas, unmasked, no makeup, no nothing. And you kind of knew, they kind of said, listen, we're going to do some one-off shows. I don't think we're really going to retire. We're retiring, but we're not going to. We're still going to, come out and maybe do a show here and there. And they're definitely doing that. And it's been 2 years after they ended their End of the Road tour. Isn't that crazy? It does not feel, it feels like it was just yesterday when that ended. But gosh, it's been almost 2 years. So let's see. The Kiss Army will celebrate their 50th year. The concert is going to be a 3-day event in Vegas from November 14th through the 16th. And it says the show will feature an unmasked Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, as well as special guests. So who knows who those special guests would be? Who would you want to see perform with Kiss in Vegas? I mean, I would think David Lee Roth. Why does he come to my mind? I don't know. I just think that would be fun. Just cause. Celine Dion. That's not going to go, but it might. Miley Cyrus. Why not Miley Cyrus? She's like the current queen of classic rock remakes. The girl can just take a classic rock song, make it hers, and make you love that song all over again. She's amazing. My gosh, Miley Cyrus. I love her. And I was just listening to some of her redone Stevie Nicks songs. Oh my God, that girl is what a talent. I think she's just so underrated. Really. Miley Cyrus, amazing, amazing performer and an amazing voice too. So let's see. Fans can purchase experience packages for the Kiss Army Storms Vegas shows starting from $9.99. Not $9.99, $999. Those tickets went on sale April 7th. So let's go ahead. Let's click on this. And I'm going to see if it, oh, okay. So we're going to share the screen. Let's see what their packages are. I'm always curious about the money aspect of all of this stuff. All right, let's see. So let's go to Kiss Army Wants You. That's the hottest fan club in the world, and it's free. Free to join the Kiss Army. This is from kissonline.com. Do we have the tour information? Show information? Live shows? I'm not seeing anything. Store menu. Let's go to the menu, shall we? Shan't we? Home, music, video, story, store. I don't know. Store? Maybe? Possibly? I don't know. Can you see the store? No, you can't see the store. Stop sharing. Let's go to the store and see if it's there. Let's see. Art, accessories, music. I mean, I don't see anything. I'm not seeing anything about their like VIP experiences or anything. Tanks was cute. Nope, I'm not seeing anything. So this is what I'm going to do. All right, stop that. Let's go over here to Sir Google because I love me some Google. Kiss VIP Vegas 2025. Kiss Army Store. Okay. Kiss Army Storms Vegas. Before I share. Oh, okay. All right. I can share this one, I think. I think this one will work. Kiss Army Storms Vegas. So we can go over here and we're going to go here. Packages. Okay. So it's going to be at the Virgin Hotel. Packages. Okay. I guess we're there already. Packages on sale now. Let's see how much these are going for. I gotta share this one now. Hold the phone. Hold the phonies. Let's see. The Virgin Hotel. Okay. So the oh, hey. That's sold out. The ultimate experience package. Be closest to the stage with seats in the coveted gold circle. That's sold out. The exclusive, I don't know how much that one went for. It doesn't say. The exclusive experience package, premium seats in the first few rows near the stage from $31.45 per person, but that's from $31.45. So I guess there's different levels of that. $62.90.40 total with taxes and fees. So it's like, oh, price shown is based on 2 people. I'm guessing that's the $62.90. Okay. Signature plus experience package. Reserve seats in the orchestra section or side loft. Standing room only. Oh my God. You're going to stand up for $1,600. I don't think so. I really don't think so. And let's face it, the demo of Kiss right now, they should be sitting. They should have a seat. Oh, you can't even, this is sold out too. What? You can still select that one though. The cheap one's still for sale. That's kind of crazy. And then this cheap one is for sale. Signature experience package, as I wipe my nose again for the 5th time. Reserved seating in the loft section with a full stage view. Oh my gosh, can you get one with a non-stage view? From $12.75.10. We could have the 10 cents in there. Wow. That's nuts. So in the ultimate experience package, which is sold out, you get a 3-night stay. So at least your hotel's included. Kiss Unmasked Electric Show with Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons, and special guests. That's the concert, I'm guessing. A Kiss Unmasked Electric set. Choice of premium seats in the gold circle closest to the stage. A photo with members of Kiss. Private car service to and from airport. Access to Kiss soundcheck. Kiss Unmasked signed set list. A commemorative Kiss coin. No, I don't really care about that. I wouldn't care about that. Early entry and priority seating at KISS member Q&A. So that's fun. Early entry to panels. There's a lot going on. Early access to merch store, which you're going to be able to buy the stuff anyway. I mean, unless it sells out, I don't know. Q&A with members of KISS and Doc McGee. That's cool. Kiss Storms Vegas poster signed by members of the band. Well, you are getting a lot. I don't know how much it was, but 4 curated Kiss Storms Vegas gifts. Maybe they're glasses. I don't know. Photo with Kiss memorabilia. Okay. Collectible laminate and lanyard and on-site Vibe experience concierge. So it does not say how much that one went for. And then it just goes down from there. It gets lesser from there, I should say. These guys know how to make it rain, girl. They know how to make it rain. These Kiss guys. So yeah, let us know if you're going to that. Barry Manilow's, he looks great. He's what, 80, 81 years old. Barry Manilow, I got to tell you, the guy's looking good. And this is from parade.com. This is it for Barry. He's touring and he's not going to tour anymore after that. And fans are loving his show. I think Patty Taylor went to see Barry Manilow, right, Patty? I'm pretty sure you went. You're hearing nothing bad about a Barry show, but there was just one disturbing thing that I did see on TikTok with him grabbing himself. I'm like, why is Barry Manilow doing that? He's not Michael Jackson. It's Barry Manilow. Mandy. Oh, Mandy, you came and you saved me. I take it. Like, it's Barry. Like at the Cabana. I don't know. So they're saying he put on the best concert ever. And there was a concert clip from TikTok on Tuesday, June 10th. And this is him singing Forever and a Day. The caption called it a moment worth remembering, and fans were in agreement over the power of the clip, dubbing the singer a true superstar in the comments. And I don't know, can we say, oh yeah, we can. So I think I can play that. I think so. Watch me get in trouble for this too, but it's fine. Let's see. Okay, ready? Here we go. Oh no. No. Don't do it yet. Wait, don't. That's the another clip came up. But we're gonna get rid. I wanted to do the other one. Why can't I share that one? Can we do that one? I would like to show that one. That's the Copa. All right, let's see if this one comes up. Hold on. I'm gonna have to pause it too. No. All right, let's see. No. Why are they making cookies in an easy bake oven that just came up there? This is crazy. Barry Manilow. Let's see. TikTok. Barry Manilow. How do you not love this guy? He's just... Some people, don't though, which I do. I think he's great. Okay, here it is. Can you see that still? No. All right, let me get this up here. And let's see. Share this one. This one. This one. This is from TikTokies. Ready? Here we go. He's really good. He's really good. But something made me question, is he really singing? I think so. But because when he grabbed his hair, I was concerned. I'm like, whoa. And I don't know. Do you think he's really singing? Because that's really good. He's really good. Patty said, just saw Barry in Cleveland. He was awesome. See? I haven't read a bad review about Barry Manilow. And the Doobie Brothers, they are now in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. They were recently inducted. The induction took place this past Thursday at the Marriott Marquis in New York City. And Tom Johnston, Michael McDonald, and Patrick Simmons, they were recognized. What about John McPhee? Oh, that's not nice. Come on. Where's Johnny? The Doobie Brothers induction was part of the 2025 class, which also include George Clinton, who we just, talked about, and Mike Love, Ashley Gorley, Rodney Darkchild. Mike Love, isn't that interesting? Wow. Jerkins, Tony McCauley. The band's induction was a significant event, especially considering their extensive catalog of hits and their enduring influence on music. Of course, this is AI written that I'm reading right now. The ceremony included performances of their classic songs, and they were honored by a surprise performance from Garth Brooks, which is really cool. I mean, I adore the Doobies. I think that they are amazing. I love their music. I love all Doobie Brothers music. I have a major affection for their early music, like 70s Doobie Brothers music. But I'll take it all. I just think they're amazing. I don't know what it is about their music. It always makes me happy. Always. I can't explain it. I just can't. It's just one of those groups I truly adore and love. And the fact that we've seen them in concert a couple of times, they're so good. They're so good. Go see the Doobie Brothers if you can. I think this is it though, right? I think this is their last go around, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but they are absolutely phenomenal. So guys, as we wrap up our show for today, let's go ahead and see what we were all listening to on the radio this day, Father's Day. It probably wasn't Father's Day. It was just June 15th of 1987. And this is according to Billboard. At number 10 was Wanted Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi. Number 9, Just to See Her by Smokey Robinson. At number 8, Diamonds by Herb Alpert. Number 7, Shake Down, Break Down, Baby, Bob Seger from Beverly Hills Cop. Cop 1, 2, whatever. At number 6 was Kenny G with Songbird. Number 5, Always by Atlantic Starr. Oh my gosh. Always. What a great group that was too. Number 4, Alone by Heart. I won't butcher that. Thank you. Number 3, Into the Deep by Genesis. Number 2, Head to Toe. I know I'm here not tomorrow. Possible, but I doubt it. Lisa and Cult Jam. Head to Toe. Love her. And number 1, the late and great Whitney Houston. Every time I hear a Whitney song now, today, I just feel so sad. Her music is great. However, what happened to her and her daughter, Bobby Christine, it should never happen. Never happened. Never. That woman was such a talent and such a gift to the musical world. And it's so sad. It's so sad how it ended for her and her daughter. But Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody, all of us just fell in love with her when she hopped onto the music scene. So that was number one on this day in 1987. Guys, I really hope that you have an amazing rest of the day. Happy Father's Day to all of you who are daddies, whether you're a pretend daddy or a real daddy. Or a maybe you're a fur daddy. I thought about that. There could be some fur daddies out there. So happy Father's Day. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day ahead. Enjoy your week. Take it easy. Kick back. Do what you got to do. And just keep a smile on your face. And share some love. And be positive. Guys, I love you, love you, love you. And I will see you soon. Bye, guys. You are absolutely the best. Thank you so much for being here. I truly, as always, appreciate you. Bye, guys. Have a great day.